It's using it to your advantage, and it's using it to your benefit legally. Always love that. Like, we're going to do this legally. What, like what are business deductions and what aren't. A lot of people ask about cell phones, what they can deduct on those. Um, Subscriptions that they're using in multiple forms and fashions. And I always tell people, use your best judgment. And that's that's always the best advice, is use your best judgment. And if you would walk down the street and ask 10 people, is this a deductible expense for my business? And 7 out of 10 or more of them would say yes, then you're pretty good. If 7 out of 10 or more of them would say no, then you probably shouldn't be deducting that as a business expense. Even if you walk down the street and ask 10 accountants, again, you're going to get 10 different answers, because every single accountant has a different line in the sand on what they're comfortable agreeing to, because the tax code isn't black and white. There's an enormous amount of gray area in that tax code. But hiring the kids is a common one where people are like, no, you can't do that. It's like, anytime it gets posted, people just fight about it in the comments. They're like, my buddy said I could do this. And I actually had a conversation the other day with somebody who was just, kind of asking a lot of these kind of questions. And they're like, well, my buddy told me. And I always ask, is your buddy a accountant? Are they a CPA? Like, what is their expertise in preparing taxes? And they're like, no, they're just, they're just my buddy. It's like, okay. And then I go into the, if you had no idea how to fix a car and your buddy had no idea how to fix a car, are you going to ask him to fix your car? And the answer is always no. Same thing applies in the land of, what's deductible for taxes is, if you wouldn't let them prepare your taxes, you probably shouldn't be asking them for tax advice. And part of it is, none of this gets taught in school. And even in business school, none of this gets taught, because business school is to go work for corporate Fortune 500. It's not to run a small business. And then where do we learn? We ask the people that are around us. And, that's part of why, this group was created, was to be able to ask these questions of some, and again, my expertise is business and small business and managing money from that aspect. And when anyone asks me, about stock picks, I'm like, you don't want to know what I think about stock picks, because that's not my expertise and that's not what I enjoy doing. And there's plenty of other people out there that have thoughts on that, but this is what they do every single day. Go hire that person to do that. And when you get to that realization of, this person isn't an expert in everything, but they're probably an expert in this one thing. So I'm going to ask them about that one thing. And then I might ask their opinion of, do they know anyone that's an expert in this, that, or the other? And then I'll go talk to those people, because I trust their advice in this one thing. So they're probably going to give me their best advice on who they know in those other pieces. And to be able to do that, then you surround yourself with a whole group of people that are experts in all sorts of different things. That's the wonders of networking.